The WNBA was literally like a body without a soul. It has a perfect structure, schedules, and good class backing its basis, but the league could never entice the public. The league was barely alive when it came to crowd pulling, and it needed someone who could infuse a soul in it. That was the only way to keep the league alive and running like a big sports body that draws a lot of business and money.
And so people need to see, I think history is repeating itself, and Caitlin Clark could be raising the tide and lifting all boats.
This April, something started to happen that finished the draft of fans on court and TV and sports websites. There, we witnessed the Caitlin Clark effect, and thus a new era of WNBA kicked off. People just realized that the Clark effect was so real just on the draft day. U.S. media giant ESPN scored record viewership figures for its coverage of the 2024 Women's National Basketball Association (WNBA) draft, as 2.45 million viewers tuned in to watch Caitlin Clark get selected #1 overall by the Indiana Fever. When you compare this to the viewership of previous drafts, it's clear how much attention Caitlin Clark has brought to the league. The broadcast on April 15th this year saw viewership soar to 3.09 million, a massive leap from last year's draft, which attracted 572,000 viewers. The previous record audience for the draft was $601,000 in 2004, when Diana Taurasi was the top pick for the Phoenix Mercury. Notably, female viewers accounted for 1.06 million of the total, marking a 374% increase year over year. The 2024 draft audience figures are the highest for any WNBA broadcast since 2000. So here we can notice a big change for sure. Caitlin Clark's entry into the WNBA comes on the heels of a massive rise in interest in women's college basketball, and it was also proved by her Iowa Hawkeyes reaching the NCAA March Madness final. The domestic viewership for Iowa's matchup against the South Carolina Gamecocks reached 18.7 million, making it the most-watched basketball game in the U.S. in 5 years. To put this into perspective, the 2024 WNBA draft attracted more viewers than both the 2023 NHL and MLB drafts, showing the great impact Clark has had on the sport. So now, let's get deeper into the Clark effect to truly understand how profound and transformative Caitlin Clark's impact is on the league. The sheer number of checks on the ballot might be the most impressive Caitlin Clark stat yet. Yes, the Indiana Fever guard has scored more points than any Division I college basketball player in history and set some rookie records in the WNBA as well. But 345 All-Star votes? That's a whole new level.
She's really good. Let it be that. And the other players should shut the hell up. Like, nobody was talking about your league. Nobody cared about the WNBA until that girl, Caitlin Clark, I don't care what color she is.
No player in the league got more than 100,000 last season, but Clark wasn't alone in racking up those fan picks. Fever teammate Aaliyah Boston got 618,680 votes. WNBA leading scorer Aja Wilson got 607,300. Two-time MVP and former Storm forward Breanna Stewart got 424,135. And fellow rookie Angel Reese earned 381,518. But here's something to consider. These players never received such high ballot counts before. Now, being somehow connected to Caitlin Clark, they're seeing a real surge in votes. Also, one more thing we noticed at the top of the ESPN.com page recently is a scroll-down menu for WNBA. The 4 letters sit to the right of NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, and soccer. That wasn't the case through the first couple weeks of the season, where you'd have to find the league among 25 other sports. But the worldwide leader recognized the Caitlin effect, which is in play even when she's not on the floor. Caitlin Clark's presence in the WNBA has undeniably transformed the league's appeal, drawing in massive audiences and setting new benchmarks for viewership and attendance. The ripple effect of Clark's popularity astonishingly goes beyond television screens and into WNBA arenas. According to sportscasting.com, games featuring Clark attracted an average of 15,591 fans, more than doubling the 745 fans present when she wasn't on the court. This second figure is also significant, as it exceeds the league's average attendance of 6,615 last year by over 1,000 fans, marking a 13% increase. The impact that rookie class Clark has just cast on the league has different dimensions. Her influence is further magnified by her ability to draw attention to other players. For example, Angel Reese's record-setting 15-game double-double streak has also pulled in viewers, while Aaliyah Boston, averaging 13.2 points and 8.3 rebounds, ranked second in All-Star voting. A piece of evidence to the fact that how fans, initially attracted by Clark, are now becoming invested in the broader league. This storyline has unrolled perfectly for the WNBA, serving as a reminder that narratives with suspense and complexity are far more compelling than predictable, feel-good stories. Caitlin Clark's expedition in the league has been anything but straightforward. She didn't simply stride into the WNBA and dominate from the outset. Instead, she's proven to be a flawed, yet consistently composed protagonist, tackling challenges with her clear mindset and resilience. Dramatically, Act 1 of her WNBA career began against the backdrop of a cautionary note from Diana Taurasi, the league's all-time leading scorer, who rightly pointed out that there would likely be a learning curve for the rookie. Clark's crossed the learning and adaptation phase really fast, and now stands as a high performer in the league. The Indiana Fever and the WNBA were well aware that Caitlin Clark's debut would greatly skyrocket both the league's and the team's popularity. This anticipation is the reason why 36 out of 40 games on Indiana's schedule this season are set to be nationally televised. Clark's impact isn't just on TV ratings, she's also driving stadium attendance. If we talk about the last season, the Fever had the second lowest average home attendance in the WNBA, with just 4,067 tickets sold per game, as reported by BeyondWomenSports.com. Though this was a considerable jump from their 2022 numbers of 1,776 per game, the team still struggled with fan turnout. That all shifted when Clark came on board. After Indiana selected Clark with the first overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, league-wide ticket sales soared by 93%, forcing other WNBA teams to relocate their home games against the Fever to larger venues. Meanwhile, Indiana experienced record-breaking ticket sales, with a surge in demand to attend games at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, which seats 18,000. The Fever's 2024 attendance, 203,152 across 12 games, averaging 16,129 per game. Now can you see the change? The number skyrocketed from 1,776 to 16,929. Although Caitlin Clark didn't suit up for Team USA in the Paris Olympics, the break allowed her some much-needed rest after a non-stop basketball season that stretched from October to early July. During this Olympic break, the impact of Clark's arrival in Indiana became strikingly clear, with the WNBA's mid-season report highlighting several historic spikes across the board. The report revealed a staggering 1,193% increase in jersey sales, a 264.6% surge in ticket sales and total attendance, and a remarkable tenfold increase in fan interactions on the WNBA app and team website.
It's kind of like what Magic and Bird was to men's basketball. Like this moment, we kind of needed something.
This is
to
that
just
moment.
and Caitlin's that moment. And I think a lot of it has to do with her logo threes.
Moreover, Clark's presence also contributed to the league broadcasting 38 games on national television, gaining 1.3 million new followers and seeing a 225% rise in corporate partnerships. Even draft beer sales skyrocketed by 740%, while the team set the single-game sales record in their store 4 times. Additionally, the number of team sponsors reached the highest in WNBA history, and social media views from April through July soared to an incredible 800 million. So when Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever enjoyed their break for the 2024 Olympics, there was plenty for the rookie and her team to celebrate. While Indiana fights for a WNBA playoff spot, it also claims the highest attendance in the league this season, shattering previous records. In just the first 11 home games, the Fever drew a total of 185,878 fans, averaging 16,898 per game. To put that in perspective, the Las Vegas Aces led the WNBA in attendance in 2023, barely surpassing 190,000 fans over 20 regular season games. The Fever is close to that number in nearly half the time. Thanks to Clark, Indiana is on pace to set the record for the highest average attendance in WNBA history. And that's not even considering the Caitlin Clark effect when she plays on the road. Clark effect has completely transformed the league and her team, Indiana Fever. Let us know your thoughts about such a massive development that took place through just one player in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss crazy updates on Clark and her jaw-dropping performances. See you in the next one.